Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the football show. Today we're going to talk about yesterday's Champions League games. So let's get started. Villarreal against Copenhagen. There was a lot of goal thrillers yesterday's games. Copenhagen beat Villarreal 3-2. Very good win for Copenhagen. Ajax beat Karabakh 4-2. Manchester City beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu 2-1. A very good win and a very important win for Manchester City. More misery continues again for Real Madrid. That's two wins in 8 games in all competitions for Xabi Alonso's men. And yeah, more misery continues for Real Madrid. I mean, I thought in this game, like, Real Madrid played actually quite okay. I think they played okay. I don't think they were that bad. Listen, okay is not good enough, especially for a club like Real Madrid. And people say, oh, but they had only one shot on target. What are you talking about? You know, but I don't think they were that bad. I think they played okay. I think they were, I don't think there was like a lot of there was a big difference. I don't think there was a goal from class between Real Madrid and Man City. I think it was like quite competitive between these two. Rodrigo. I mean, what a fantastic player he is. I would like to see him leave Real Madrid and play somewhere in a big club in Europe, because he deserves to play a lot more than he's done for Real Madrid in the last couple of years. And he loves to score against Manchester City, as he did 3 years ago with that comeback. So he did it again. Since with the Jude Bellingham and everything, like, okay, Real Madrid are looking good. They're looking very, very good. That maybe they might be back actually, and Xabi Alonso is not gonna get the sack, as people assume if he lost the game. He lost the game though, because after that Manchester City they got better. Despite Real Madrid winning and leading. Nico really, I mean, what a fantastic player. I mean, he's been absolutely amazing for Manchester City this season. Quality player. I mean, he's very, very young, and City and Pep Guardiola are very good at finding those good players from the academy. They found him with Phil Foden. They found him with Liam Delap before he went to I think Chelsea. Yeah, he went to Ipswich and then to Chelsea. They found it they found it with Cole Palmer even. They found it with Oscar Bob, and now they found Nico Lewis, and now Nico O'Reilly. But I don't think they're going to make the same mistake where they're going to let Nico O'Reilly go to Chelsea as they did to Cole Palmer. But very good player. He's a top quality player, amazing player. I don't think he gets enough credit for his performances for Manchester City. He's been amazing for Man City this season. Quality player, fantastic. Scores the goal. He was superb in this game, as he's been all season for Man City so far whenever he's played. And then 8 minutes later, Rudiger thinks he's playing in a wrestling match. I don't know what was he thinking in him trying to do what he did on Haaland. Very stupid from him. And City get a penalty, and Haaland scores the goal. And then the second half, Real Madrid maybe should have been down to 10 men with that potential red card from Rudiger, because he was on a yellow, so he should have been, I think, sent off. However, I would say Real Madrid should have also had a penalty, in my opinion, because if you look at the challenge, I think it was on from Guardiol. I think let me check again, because sometimes I need to. So yeah, Gvardiol was wrestling and Asensio down, which should have been a penalty, in my opinion, on that one. And then you look at the other instance from where Matheus Nunes clipped the leg of Vinicius. That should have been a penalty, in my opinion, as well. But that was a bit embarrassing, because I mean, Vinicius was already celebrating that it should have been a penalty, but yeah, in the end it wasn't a penalty, which was. I mean, Real Madrid think they because it's La Liga game, they think it's a La Liga game, they will get penalties for fun, but no, but I think they should have had at least a penalty, because from Guardiola on Asensio and Matheus Nunes and Vinicius, I think they should have had 2 penalties. However, I would say Antonio Rudiger should have been also sent off in the second half as well. So yeah, the referee and VAR may have to question themselves with some of their decisions again. But again, I'm talking about the referees, but still, this doesn't take away from City's win. I think that they played quite well. They had, I think in the second half they were better. Then I think in the first half Real Madrid started quite well. and they were looking good. I think Real Madrid, but second half I think City grew more to game and they got better. And I think City they had good chances as well. They could have scored more, in my opinion. So yeah, but I think it was. I think first half it was kind of 50-50. I think Real Madrid in the first half started the first half fantastically well, but City grow more into the game. It was kind of 50-50 for most of the game between these two. But Real Madrid, I think City in the end deserve to win, in my opinion. So well done, congratulations to City. A very important win for Manchester City, especially they lost to when they lost to Bayer Leverkusen. It was like kind of a damage blow to them because for the qualification for the last 16 automatically if they want to finish in the top eight. But at the same time, with this win over Real Madrid is a very important win and is a very good win for Man City. And it's their first Bernabeu win since 2020, which is kind of strange because they faced Real Madrid a lot, and I thought like they must have had some kind of a win between 2022 and 2025 when they faced each other like for the fourth consecutive season. But their first win since 2020, so well done to City at the Bernabeu. And they've got two games where they should qualify automatically for the last 16. They've got Border Glimt, they've got Galatasaray at home. These two games they should easily win and they should go through to the last 16 automatically. And in a decent position as they are fourth in the group phase, league phase. Real Madrid though, they're still in a good position to qualify for the last 16 automatically because they're seventh. However, they've got two games where Monaco at home they should win. They've got Benfica away, who are trying to get into the playoffs, which could be a tricky game because they're away as well. So let's see, and who knows? Maybe Xabi Alonso, maybe Real Madrid could change their coach by that time as well. So who knows what's going to happen by that time, by when we get to the match day 7, match day 8 of the league phase of the Champions League. But very important win for Man City, very important win for Guardiola's for Pep Guardiola. Obviously, it's a very always important match for him personally because he was the coach of Barcelona, he was the player from Barcelona, he's faced Real Madrid a lot, he's had great experiences, bad experiences, but this for sure for him was a good experience. And very good win for City. I thought the players I think defensively City looked quite strong. I felt like Gvardiol, Nico Reilly, Diaz, they looked very, very good. I thought Nico Gonzalez was phenomenal in this game. Cherki had a very, very good performance. Duku was fast as hell again. Very good performance for City, and it's a big win for them. For Real Madrid, I felt like Vinicius Junior was very poor, had a very poor game once again. Rodrigo had a very good game scoring, and in general he had a good game. I think Bellingham improved quite as well, considering his performance this season has not been the best. Mbappe didn't start the game. He didn't actually come in because he was before the game. There was some rumors that he could be down for the game. I felt that was mind games from Madrid, but at the end it was proved to be true, and he was you can tell that he was not fully fit for the game. So that's why maybe Xabi Alonso didn't bring him on. And it was a chance. So it was a chance for Vinicius to step up, because Mbappe is not playing. There's some rumors that Vinicius and Mbappe don't have a good connection playing each other. So it was kind of Vinicius to be the main man, the main guy. And again he flopped. Not flopped, but he had another poor performance. And he's been having poor performances for quite a while now. And when you see rumors that Real Madrid don't want to give him a contract, I don't blame them. With this kind of performances, I don't blame them because Vinicius has been poor for quite some time right now. So, yeah. Defensively, Real Madrid didn't look that great as well. So, and more pressure piling on Xabi Alonso. Is he gonna get the sack? I don't think he should get the sack, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, I don't think he should get the sack because managing Real Madrid is tough. You have to manage the media. You have to manage the expectations, the fans, the egos, the newspapers, everything. Managing Real Madrid is like being the president of the United States. You have to manage everything. Everything. It's really one of the toughest jobs in, the toughest job in football, and probably one of the toughest jobs in the sport, in life in general. Being the Real Madrid manager is really, really tough. You have to manage everything. Because, and I think this is something that Jamie Carragher said months ago. I know Jamie Carragher sometimes is known for his stupid opinions, but he said that Real Madrid is a players' club, not a managers' club, and I couldn't agree more. I still remember that quote, and it's still it sticks in my memory now, because Real Madrid, if you want to be successful in Real Madrid, you have to manage the players. You know, in Real Madrid, you have to manage more than coach. Now, when people say you have to manage more than coach, people look at me and say, "What are you talking about?" Manage is like managing the players, managing the relationships, managing being friendly with the players. That's why Zidane was, and earn the respect of the players. That's what Zidane, Del Bosque, Ancelotti was so good in that. They're able to earn the respect of the players. Mourinho as well to some extent. Earn the respect of the players. You know, manage the players, manage the egos. Whereas Xabi Alonso, he was you know, he was a great player, but he doesn't have the same caliber as Zidane. With all due respect to Xabi Alonso, he did a very good job at Bayer Leverkusen, and he's trying to do what he did at Bayer Leverkusen. But Xabi Alonso should know that managing Real Madrid is completely different to managing Bayer Leverkusen, and he should know that from his play experiences. He's played for Liverpool, he's played for Bayern Munich, he's played for Real Madrid, he's played for Spain, the golden generation. So he should know about the dressing room, the egos, etc. And I expected, Xabi Alonso to cope better with that, given his player experiences. But it looks like he's not doing well at that, and he could be sacked. And I don't think he should be sacked. I feel sorry for him. I don't think he should be sacked because, you want to be given as a manager. If you want to succeed at Real Madrid, you want to be given as much time as you can. But with Real Madrid, it's almost impossible to be given as much time as you want. So, yeah. I hope he succeeds at Real Madrid. I really hope so because I think he's a very good coach. He's a fantastic coach, a talented coach. I really hope he succeeds at Real Madrid. But with the egos that Real Madrid have, with the player power they have, it's going to be difficult in my opinion. So, and I said it even from even the day he was appointed. Can he manage the egos? So yeah. Jose Mourinho beats Antonio Conte 2-0. As Benfica, huge win over Napoli 2-0. Conte was not happy after the game, saying that we lost all competitiveness, we are cooked, etc., etc. I mean, this is the usual cycle of Conte in the second season, and I don't get why he's been coming up with these kind of comments, because they're joint top of the Serie A. But again, Conte is in the second half of the season. Even when he won the title with Inter the second season, he was coming. He left the season. He left after that. So Conte is a great manager, but he's a short-term manager. But anyway, very important win from Benfica, considering they are challenging to get into the playoffs. So well done to Benfica. Athletic Bilbao drew 0-0 with PSG. Not easy game for PSG, but I still think they're in a good position to qualify for the last 16 automatically, and they are third in the league phase. They've got Sporting away, Newcastle at home, and 2 games they should be fine, I think, at the end. But Newcastle were a couple of minutes away from beating Bayer Leverkusen 2-1, but Grimaldo denies it as he equalises for Bayer Leverkusen, ended a 2-2 draw. Not a bad point for Newcastle, but considering they were winning the game, I think it could have been better for them. So, and you can see that Newcastle in this year's Champions League, they've experienced better. Their experiences have become better, and they've grown more. Because like 2 years ago in the Champions League, when they had a group like PSG, AC Milan, and Dortmund, you could tell the lack of experiences, hurt. It hurt Newcastle United. But now these experiences have put them. It looks like it have put them behind them, and it's helped them to become better in this year's Champions League. So you have to give credit to Eddie Howe and for Newcastle players for that. Whereas they've got a big game coming up, by the way, the Taiwan derby against Sunderland. So Sunderland have been good this season, so that's a very, very big game for Newcastle coming up. A 2-2 draw also beaten by Borussia Dortmund and Bodo Glimt. Juventus beat Pafos 2-0. Arsenal continued their 100% record in the Champions League as they beat Club Brugge 3-0, who are a decent side. They beat them 3-0. Two goals from Nuno Madueke, who's been a very good form in the Champions League recently from Arsenal, scoring against Bayern Munich, and now 2 goals against Club Brugge. He's been in very good form right now, and well done to him. Since he came to Arsenal, he's not been bad, so well done to him so far. Martinelli scoring as well, so yeah, good win for Arsenal, very good 3 points, and a good way to bounce back after losing to Aston Villa. I know it's a different competition, but still, for the morale of the team, the boost of the team, it's a very important, it's a good win, especially to bounce back. and they've got games now. They can concentrate on, because they've got games against Inter away and Bappers at home. They can rest players because they're almost guaranteed to qualify for the last 16 automatically. They just need like 1 point to qualify automatically. So I think they can rest players for those 2 games to avoid more injuries, because they've got games coming up in the Premier League, in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, which will be important for them. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time, and goodbye.